Hello and welcome to Story Time. Big Ted and I are very excited because we're waiting for a parcel to arrive. Somebody has sent us something and we don't know what's inside the box. It's very exciting. It's going to be a big surprise. I wonder if you've had any surprises. Something that's arrived that's made you go, oh, how exciting, or something that's made you go, oh, that's unusual. Lots of different surprises. But they make us take a big, sharp intake of breath. Oh, it's a surprise. Well, that got me to thinking about today's story. And I've got some things here to help me in today's story. I've got some little wooden spoon puppets. I've got Jesus, and I've got a couple of his friends here. There were 3 in the story, but I can only hold 3 in my hand at any one time. So I've got Peter and James. There was John there too. They went on a walk up a mountain. Can you walk up a mountain? Can you imagine? It's really steep. We have to breathe heavy. Climbing up the mountain. Well, on this particular day in this story, Jesus and Peter and James and John climbed up the mountain. Shall we make them climb the mountain? Let's take them down here. So here they go. They're climbing up the mountain. Big steep mountain. When they got to the top, something happened. Shall we see what happened? Jesus changed. He shone like a bright light. Let's see if we can make him shine. I've got my torch here. Shall we see if we can make this? Oh, look at that. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Jesus shone with a bright, bright light. It was glowing all around him. Well, how do you think his friends felt? Do you think they were happy? Do you think they might have been shocked? It was a big surprise. Jesus had changed. And then some more people appeared, and one of them was Moses, who was from a very, very long time ago. And we've heard stories about Moses. And there was someone else there too, called Elijah. And the voice came and it said, "This is my son who I love. I want you to listen to him." Suddenly, there was a cloud. Should we make Jesus' shiny light into a cloud? Suddenly, there was a cloud that came down and covered them. And Elijah and Moses disappeared. And the only person left was Jesus. So Jesus had been shining like a bright light, and he'd had a visit from Moses and Elijah. And Jesus and his friends, who were rather shocked. Let's see who we've got here. There's his friends. There's Peter. And let's get James. Here's James. Wow, they were very shocked. But Jesus said, "I don't want you to tell anybody about what happened on the mountain." And they all went back down the mountain. Oh, gosh, that was an exciting story. Jesus shone all around him. And then the cloud came and his visitors disappeared and there was just Jesus. And he said, "Don't tell anyone." But everybody who had been there, Peter, James and John, remembered that story. You put it in your heads. They remembered that as a very special time and they remembered it in their hearts. Now then, I've got a song that helps us think about that story. I'm just going to put my words so I can see them. And we've got some actions to do. I'll sing the first line. This story's so big, so good and amazing. It tells us that Jesus is King. Can you join that with me? This story's so big, so good and amazing. It tells us that Jesus is King. changing his face, his clothes and his body, so everyone knows he is king. Yes, Jesus is good, his love is so good, his acts are amazing too. This story's so big, so good and amazing. It tells us that Jesus is king. Shall we try that one more time? This story's so big, so good and amazing. It tells us that Jesus is king. Transforming his face, his clothes and his body, so everyone knows he is king. Yes, Jesus is good, his love is so good, his acts are amazing and new. This story's so big, I'm forgetting what to do. This story's so big, so good and amazing. It tells us that Jesus is king. Wonder if you enjoyed joining in. I forgot the actions. I remembered them in the end though, didn't I? Now then. Oh, Big Ted, you've fallen down. He's so excited. He's fallen down. Big Ted, we need to show them the picture that we've made. You need to sit there and show them your picture. We've been making a picture of Jesus on the mountain. I made some mountains out of coloured paper, but you could colour them in. I made some mountains and there's a figure of Jesus. And if you want to cut this figure out, it's on the URC Eastern Synod website. You'd be able to find that figure so that you can cut it out, or you could draw your own. I coloured Jesus in and I made his clothes yellow because he was shining like a bright light. And then I cut up lots and lots of pieces of small pieces of tinfoil, little squares, and I made a bright, bright cloud around Jesus. So he's shining. Shall I try my torch and see if he shines? Well, let's have a look. Oh, look at that, look. Making it shine all around. Can you see? Shining, reflecting. Perhaps you'd like to have a go at making one of these. Ted and I enjoyed doing all the sticking. Anyway, we look forward to seeing you again soon for story time. Bye for now.